Now, we acting silly, but welcome to episode 19 of the Men Lie, Women Lie, and All Flowers Die podcast. I am Uncle Joe. To my left is the lovely Mama Les.
Today you're Theo Joe.
Today I'm Theo Joe. And what is the difference?
Your energy is like
My
today.
energy is
So
a little off today.
You're not Uncle Joe.
Are Theo's energies off? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't know. It's just
Are Spanish Theos loked out? Like bugged out? Probably, right?
some of my uncles are.
I'm trying to think. My uncles, they're a bunch of fucking weirdos, bro. God bless them all. I love them all.
Yeah.
But
So today you're a little bit of a weirdo because it's not like you're normal.
today I'm very human. I'm not in character. Today is very true Uncle Joe. Like if you ask my nieces, they'll be like, yeah, that's the real Uncle Joe. They often say I'm in my feels. It's not that I be in my feels. It's just that I don't be afraid to express my emotions. And if I'm unhappy, my face doesn't lie.
So is this the first time I'm meeting the real Joe?
No. I've always been fairly honest with you. You're just catching me in
A little bit of a funk.
not even a funk, because I'm not in a bad mood. I don't know, just very vulnerable, I guess. Got some family things going on, and I don't want to discuss private family issues. That's actually part of the reason that I'm a little bit bothered, is that some private family issues were discussed, and I very much believe in keep in-house business in the house, and
Yes.
outsiders shouldn't necessarily know if there is turmoil in the house, and I feel like that rule was not followed today, and it it irks me very much. So let's rewind a little, right? And this is not the topic. Like this is just, I guess, therapy for Uncle Joe, right? Because Uncle Joe doesn't normally get to speak. They say you're not supposed to touch your phone for like an hour after you wake up, right?
Yeah.
You wake up, do what you got to do for an hour, and then touch your phone.
Yeah.
So my mistake was in waking up and immediately touching my phone because I was waiting for a communication that I didn't get anyway. So whatever. But there was a bit of turmoil within the elders of my father and his brother, and it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So I started the day on the wrong foot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So shout out to them. Thank you. Y'all made a great Sunday. Then I saw my niece. Shout out to her. My niece Ash. She came to pick something up that I had to a little situation with my nieces that I had to like rectify and rescue them and shit. So she came to pick something up, and I gave it to her. And as soon as I opened the door, she was like, "Why you mad?"
She picked up on that end.
Yeah, God bless her, man. She's actually one of the best readers of Uncle Joe. I think because we're so much alike, she gets it, and my energy be like kind of powerful. So when it's up, and people feel it, and when it's
Down, it could be draining to the people
down,
around.
and it's
you,
not that
too.
it's down. Again, I don't feel down.
No, it's just different. Like it's off a little bit. That's it.
Right, but is it off, or are we just human? And
No,
energy
you're
can't
just
always
you're
be
just
up,
have
right?
no.
So
Absolutely.
I'm
It's
just having a very human day.
not what I'm normally accustomed to.
Yeah, I'm not
Right.
giving you like the high energy, fun loving.
Still fun and loving and,
know,
and vulnerable,
Cool.
right?
Yeah, you know what it is too. Men often hide vulnerability. So even if I've been in a weird space on previous shows, I've probably been able to hide it better. But today is just a culmination of
lot
a
of
couple
things.
different things happening at the same time, and not really being where I want them to be or where I think they should be.
So how do you think, like you woke up, right? And then you go to your phone and then it kind of, whatever you saw, right, kind of threw your day off.
No.
What could you do for the people that are out there, right? That maybe that happens to you, right? So that it doesn't kind of ruin your day.
Honestly speaking, you're asking the wrong person. Because when I get upset or angry, I could
hold
I could be
on to
upset
it.
for days. Yeah, I actually had this conversation on the group chat the other day. Shout out to the group chat, man. I'm glad y'all are back participating a little more, and the brotherhood feels a little stronger. I actually asked the group chat. I presented them with a question. And the question was, and I'll actually present you the same question. When you're upset or angry, do you listen to music?
I
And
do.
if so, what do you listen to?
It depends what I'm upset about.
Okay.
Like
Can I get like some examples?
something that relates to whatever I'm going through.
Okay. See, when I'm upset or angry, I listen to more hardcore music. My go-to album, and anybody who knows me, and I think I've said this before, is Raekwon's "Only Built for Cuban Links." That to me is a breakup album for whatever reason. So if ever I'm going through a breakup or something feeling like a breakup or just like emotional turmoil, relationship turmoil, I'll actually just listen to that album like nonstop. Some of the guys on the group chat, one of them said like Anthrax, this really very hardcore rock and roll song, and I was like, damn, that's very white of you. But if I got to go the rock and roll route, I'll go Stained or I'll go Linkin Park. Another one of my friends that I presented the question to actually on Twitter, my man Mayo, shout out to him. He told me he actually listens to R&B. And when I asked him why, because I didn't really understand that answer, he told me that it's very hard to stay mad if you're like singing along to Jodeci or Boyz II Men. And I thought that made a lot of sense, a lot of rationale if you are angry, like violent angry.
Right.
But what if you're like breakup angry or like fighting with your girl or fighting with your boy angry? I don't think Jodeci or R&B would. And I'm an R&B dude. I listen to R&B every day. I love breakup songs and heartache music, but I think if I'm going through that emotion, I don't want to listen to it.
I think it goes through phases though, because I think I
it'll
go
make it
through a
worse.
phase where I want to listen to it, and then I'm like crying, like
Yeah.
just to kind of let it out. And then you go through the next phase in the breakup, right? And then it's like I'm gonna listen to something like, I don't know, maybe it'll still be R&B, but it could be more like something with Jessie Reyez, right? Where she's kind of like, she has a whole album where it's like, fuck you, not fuck you, but
Yeah.
like,
You know
like,
what's the album if that's the mood? You have to know as a Puerto Rican female. La India.
oh yeah, but that's like man hating. That's when you get to that stage that you're like bashing men and like,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Except Los tiempos que
nuestro amor.
that's beautiful right there. Shout out to La India, man.
Damn, we should do like a karaoke show.
Oh, if we go to do karaoke, I'm singing Mary J. Blige. I'm going down.
Ooh,
That's
okay.
That's my favorite song to sing. Not to say that I'm really good at singing it. Not to say that I'm not, because I'm actually very I'm like one level below Mary J. Blige. But if we were to go out, that would be the song I sing
We should plan
for
a
karaoke.
That would be fun. I can't sing for my life, so
I feel
bring
for
some-
you. I
bring
sing
some
I sing pretty
earplugs.
angelic, so I can't feel you on that.
I've never heard you sing, so
I've purposely never allowed you to hear me sing because women that hear me sing tend to fall in love. So I can't allow you to fall victim to that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we're here to Mama Leslie's facial reactions need their own Instagram page.
yeah. Please don't. I've been really trying.
You know, I actually like to sing Jodeci, but to go back just a second, when my boy said about singing Jodeci and Boyz II Men, I thought about it and I was like, yo, you know what? He might be right, because if I was just sing like Jodeci, like really sing it, not fuck around, like really, you know what I mean? I'd probably end up laughing, and that would correct
release
me out of
all
my
that
mood.
anger.
I'm trying to think what else. One of my boys said he would listen to Drake so that he could get more mad.
And do what with all that pent up anger?
I don't know, niggas. So then another friend presented a question in return to me, and it was a two-part question. One was what triggered the anger and what often triggers anger. And the second part was how do you overcome it? So to answer the first question, what often triggers anger? You know, fucking people and their actions or their misactions, or, you know,
Or
your relationship.
our lack of setting boundaries, right?
Yeah, it could even be inner turmoil
Yeah.
and, you know, Sometimes you reflect and you realize you made some choices that should have been made different,
Yeah.
and might have led to a different life. So the cause of anger or frustration or sadness or depression, and depression can be all of these things and it can be none of these things, right? Because sometimes depression is just, yo, I just want to be in the bed today and
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to nobody and I just want to watch stupid shit that I don't got to think about and just kind of veg out and not really participate in life today. Or depression can be nonstop crying, anger,
Yeah.
violence, whatever. Depression can be a whole fucking rainbow of things, right? I forgot my point. Oh, the triggers.
Yeah, yeah.
So depression, oftentimes, you can't really pinpoint the trigger, right?
Yeah, no.
Sometimes you just wake up depressed. If you've suffered with depression, some people don't understand it because they've never dealt with it. They've never been through it. But sometimes you just wake up unmotivated and
I also think sometimes
unwilling.
when we do get triggered or when we allow someone to trigger us, if you take a moment and stop and just realize that what somebody else is doing, that says a lot about who they are and really has nothing to do with you. Doesn't mean it's gonna stop.
That's excellent
right?
advice.
You're still gonna.
It's difficult to not
feel,
internalize certain
right.
things, regardless of.
But most of the things people do really has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them.
Yes and no, right? It depends. Because let's say, for example, this morning I was upset because of something my father did. And it has nothing to do with me in a sense, but because of the way he did it, I feel it reflects bad on the family. And I'm very,
yeah, you're internalizing that, right? But it really...
I'm very high on respect for the family and, just moving a certain way. I'm very, disciplined about moving certain ways when it comes to certain things.
I get it, but it says a lot more about him than it does anything else, right?
Yes.
But I
yes
get it.
and
When
no,
you're in the moment,
to me it says a lot about the family. And
the way he moves, no, it shouldn't say about the family. It should be like, that's your dad. I understand the family is a unit, but
everyone's brain works
right.
in a different way, right? So to me, it says negative things about this side of the family.
Got it.
So that bothered me.
It'll be okay.
So those are some of the things that might trigger shit, right? Just people, situations, memories. Music can be a trigger. Yeah. Fucking movies can be a trigger. Anything can be a trigger. And then the second part of the two-part question was, how do you overcome it, right? So that I believe that's where my greatest difficulties lie, in overcoming anger, or actually just kind of letting go of the anger, right? So I didn't have an honest answer. I had a generic answer. I've come to realize lately that the sun helps me a lot. So I like to say walks. I went on a 5-mile walk yesterday. Partially because I had something to do and I wanted to do it on foot, but also because I wanted to walk thinking it was going to be sunny because it had been sunny Thursday and Friday. And then yesterday, guess what? No fucking sun, just a gray ass day similar to today. So yeah. I didn't get to absorb the love of the sun that I felt I needed. So I think I'm still lacking that. But the walk did help, I like walking personally. I just like walking.
I don't like walking.
I couldn't think of too much else. People say work out helps your stress. I guess walking is part of working out, so that's cool. But if you're depressed, it's hard to make it to the gym to work out because you don't even want to get out of bed.
Yeah.
Friends and family are cool if you have them and you can speak to them. Take advantage of that. Not everybody has that luxury. But if you do, definitely use them.
And make sure you speak to the right family members, right? Because sometimes there's those family members that are going to give you the bad advice, or they're going to give you
their trauma will spill onto you.
Right. So someone that's kind of sometimes it's better to speak to somebody that's a little bit removed from the situation, right? So that...
I actually think it's oftentimes better to speak to somebody who's... There lies a conflict, right? Because I'm very private and internal and small circle-ish. Mm-hmm. So you want to talk to somebody who's far removed. Or me personally, I prefer to talk to somebody who's far removed, who has no no probability of entering the circle. You know what I'm saying? Like therapists or
right. So
far
their
strangers.
perspective is not like they're not emotionally involved in that situation, so they can look
and
at
they
it
never will be.
from they can look
Yeah,
at it from a different point of view.
yeah, definitely. Reading. I find that reading helps me kind of transport out of whatever situation I'm in and into whatever I'm reading. Preferably something like not no self help book or nothing. Maybe like a biography, something where I can kind of go to a different world or realm and just
I
like
think
dig in there. You know what I'm
for
saying?
me, I've gotten to a point aside from like working out, right, is really just honestly sitting in it, right? Sitting it and like processing it and like letting myself feel the way I feel. And then whether I gotta cry it out, and then just all right, release it. And
Yeah.
so for
You know,
me, that's worked.
I need to get out a good cry.
Listen,
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
a good cry will change everything.
I'm aware of that. I need to get out a good
You
cry.
just fucking
I
cry,
just
let it
haven't
out.
gotten there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, no.
it'll come because it's gonna come. When my grandmother died, I remember, and her anniversary just passed February 6th, so that kind of fucked with me a little bit too. So it's been a funky week. But when she died, I remember I didn't cry. Like, I remember I was laying in bed, and tears came out, but I didn't cry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The ugly cry.
Yeah, the ugly cry. So I know one of those is coming. But anyway, that was a little venting from Uncle Joe, so appreciate it. And
Yeah,
you just
let's
learned a little more than probably fucking 75% of the people in my life would ever learn. So you're welcome. We're actually here today.
now to talk about the topic 30
No,
minutes
wait.
later.
Before we get to the topic, you said you had a question
Oh, I
from
do. A viewer.
a listener,
A
or
listener.
a viewer. So shout out to all the listeners. Shout out to all the viewers. Shout out to everybody on YouTube who leaves comments and asks questions. Shout out to everybody who does the same on Instagram, on TikTok. Those be my favorite ones because TikTokers be they don't got no hair on their tongue, man.
No
They just say
filters.
whatever the fuck they want. Shout out to this bro named D Reaper out in Texas that I have formed a friendship with on TikTok. And super cool, like OG dude. We have a lot of hip hop conversations and stuff. So it's nice to make new friends. So shout out to you.
All right. So she sent me, this was yesterday, and she says, "Why do men ghost? LOL." And then she's like, "I figure I asked the podcast expert. Ask the guy at your podcast."
Okay. First of all, shout out to this young
obviously,
lady. Second of all, my name is
she must
Joe.
be
Don't refer to me as the guy on the podcast because I take that as disrespect. And once I feel disrespected, it's beef. Nah. Why do men ghost? Why does anybody ghost? They are not mature enough to express the emotions that they are feeling to the person that is causing those emotions at the time. So instead of telling them exactly how they feel and why and what caused it, they just decide to ghost and leave it alone. Is it the right thing to do? Probably not, but at the moment, can it be the right thing to do? Maybe if you're saving yourself some stress and some strife and you're just protecting yourself. But ghosting isn't cool because the other person is left like
coming up with
not
their
knowing.
own conclusions.
Yeah, they don't know what they did or what happened. I mean, unless they do know what they did and they're just oblivious and ignorant to the fact. But
Right.
sometimes they're left not knowing what it was and what the ghosting was, So
I definitely agree with your answer, right? It's a lack of, I think, emotional maturity, right? And that lack of communication, like having that skill. That's a tough conversation to have, right? To tell somebody, hey, listen, I'm no longer interested in communicating with you, right? That could come off a little bit harsh,
I mean, it's
right?
even hard to have a conversation where you say, hey, you did this and that made me feel this way.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
now
But those are
it's
necessary conversations. A little bit of how I've started to look at ghosting, right? When you're on the receiving end of being ghosted.
You've been ghosted?
Kind of, sort of.
I can't recall ever being ghosted. I feel I've ghosted.
Kinda, sorta. It was like, I don't want to talk about it. But anyway, yeah, no, yeah, I guess. Kinda, sorta.
Okay.
But anyway.
Have you ever ghosted?
Yeah, I want to say like a while ago. Now, no. Now I won't even,
Okay.
like,
Now you wouldn't.
now, yeah.
Now you're gonna tell them like,
Yeah, of
"Nigga,
course.
here's a piece of my
Listen,
mind.
and I have, right? Like, hey, listen, it was great talking to you, but I don't really see this going anywhere.
Do you give the option to remain friends or cordial, or is it just
I mean, if we weren't
let's not
friends
communicate?
before, why? Why? I
What-
mean, I don't think there's
All
like,
right.
oh, we're never gonna talk again. No, like, it's cool if it, I guess, ends up coming to a friend. But no, like, I really have at that
If you
point, I have
weren't
no interest in
friends-
getting to know you.
Also, you're still very early. You ghost like oh, I forget Mama Les. She
Yeah,
goes
no,
she
I'm
ghosts
not-
you after the first date. and
Listen,
you don't,
I'm not gonna talk to somebody for a while and then ghost them. Like, if we've been talking for a while, you're gonna know how I feel,
uh-huh.
right? But if I'm just getting to know you, and maybe like we've been, I don't know, messaging or talking maybe like a week or two, right? And it's just not there for me.
Is a friendship not formed in that time?
Are you really friends? No, because the
Oh,
intent.
don't ask me. You know me. I'll be married in 2 weeks.
The
Fucking kidding me?
intent of you guys getting to know each other was not to build a friendship. Doesn't mean it can't happen.
Shouldn't every strong relationship
It's
be
too
built
early
on a
for that
friendship?
strong. That's too early to know, right? If that's
Right,
gonna
but
be
if you eventually evolve into a strong relationship, shouldn't it have been built on the foundation of a friendship?
correct, but that wasn't.
So
the
are you
intent
not skipping
going
a
in.
step?
Yeah, I guess I need more friends.
No, I don't know. I'm just asking. But all right, so you've ghosted and you've been ghosted.
Yeah, but that wasn't even the point, right?
Yes.
The point was that on the receiving end, right, we got to look at it instead of like, oh, what did I do wrong? Or like, what was it? Like, who cares, right? Who cares? That person did you a favor.
Did they?
Yeah, they did. They removed themselves before you even,
What if you did something wrong?
well, then they should communicate that. But I'm
But
saying,
why
like,
are you so quick to dismiss it and say,
because if
I
you
did
can't,
something
if
wrong,
you
fuck
can't
it.
tell me what I did wrong,
what? I
Like-
don't know if that's correct.
yeah, what do you mean? Like, if you can't communicate with me what I did wrong, unless I did something really fucked up, that's different. Then that's not, I don't think that's really
That's
ghosting. That's like you
subjective, though.
fucking
That's subjective,
deserved
though.
it.
I mean, what I think might be really fucked up, you might be like, I do that shit every day.
Right, but if you don't communicate that with me, to me, right, I don't consider it being fucked up, right? So I'm kind of like naive to it because to me that's normal, let's just say.
Right.
But if you don't communicate that what I did made you feel a certain type of way and you
Then-
just decide to ghost me, in my head, I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, but that doesn't make the person that did the ghosting wrong either, because they may have
No, it
avoided
did
some
because no,
conflict or
it
something.
did at that point, right? You can't communicate. You
I
can't.
can't agree with you because I don't have to communicate. You did some fuck shit and fuck
Okay,
out of here. I don't gotta
and-
tell you you did something wrong. You should know.
But again, what if to me it wasn't that big? For it to be something that both of us think is fucked up, it has to be something fucked up. I'm not talking about
Right.
like something like that, but it could be something that maybe rubbed you the wrong way, right? But to me,
Yeah, I mean,
it's cool. And if we don't talk about it, then that means that there's no
it's
communication on your
dependent.
part. That means that it should end right there. Because if we can't communicate early on, then the way you start is the way things are going to continue.
True,
You know what I mean?
true. Just
So
don't
it's
fuck shit,
not
bro.
it's not always a bad thing, right? And we can't always internalize it. That was my whole point, right? Like, what did I do? No, you know what? They did me a favor.
All right, but now let's go. Let's further the conversation, right? Because that's just one potential reason
Mm-hmm.
someone may ghost you. Another potential reason someone may ghost you is because they done told you some shit mad times and you're not getting it.
Right.
You know
But then
what
at
I'm
that
saying?
point, I would think that you would be intelligent enough to know what you did wrong.
Yes, the wrongdoer.
Right. Like,
Unless they
if
are
you have to,
still oblivious and naive. And
yeah, but how
just-
many times does somebody have to tell you, like, listen, this makes me feel this way, or you're disrespecting me, or I don't, like, this is a boundary that you're crossing. At that point, you deserve that shit.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But I think, you know, her question was kind of just like, you know, maybe, and I don't know because I didn't go into too much detail. I didn't ask her. But I'm assuming that it was more of like, you know, somebody maybe that she's been talking to or like dating, and then they disappear.
Yeah. Well, there's many potential reasons, right? So we just went through two, but there's more. I'm sure maybe he had a girlfriend, maybe he had a wife, maybe he got bored. Who knows? No, you're absolutely right. I'm not condoning cheating. I would never condone cheating or anything in the realm of cheating. But that's just potential reasons why someone might ghost. Maybe he went through some shit. Maybe he went through something. This happened to me not too long ago. You know, I went through a little situation. And to me, it was fucked up. It was like tragic. But I didn't necessarily want to, I wasn't quick to open up and share it. So a young lady thought I was ghosting her, but I wasn't really ghosting her. I just needed some time to be alone and kind of work my way through these
Wouldn't it have been
things.
so much better just be like, hey, listen, right now I'm going through something. I'd rather not talk about it. You know, I'll hit you up when I'm in the right state of mind. And if you respond, great. If you don't, I completely understand.
Had she approached the situation in that manner, yes. But her approach was more of an accusatory approach, which just furthered my anger and made it much easier to just ghost her.
Yeah, I think as women, we do like react quickly on our emotion, right? Without thinking of things logically. And we tend to assume the worst.
I'm not going to say women are illogical.
No, I'm not saying that we're not logical.
Or irrational.
I didn't say that.
Or emotional.
But we do, right? We are emotional, and we tend to, the way we move, we tend to always go with our emotions first, and that's not always a good thing. Sometimes it is, right? Because our heart is in the right place.
Well, not if your approach is accusatory.
I mean, I don't know the whole situation, so I can't sit here and say, hey, listen, I could understand why she would approach it that way.
Yeah.
We don't know, right? Like, I mean, you know, but...
I mean... It is what it is. Anyway, let's get to our topic. Shout out to the young lady, though. Hopefully, homeboy had a good reason to ghost you, although there's never... I don't want to say there's never a good reason to ghost, because there's actually sometimes there are. So hopefully it wasn't your fault, you know? Hopefully he was just not ready for a woman of your stature or of your caliber.
Hopefully he did you a favor.
Yeah, hopefully, you know, the right one is coming down the path, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to you and good luck to you. And send more letters and send more questions in, you know what I'm saying? So now, our actual show topic are the do's and don'ts of Valentine's Day, which let me start off by saying to me, Valentine's Day is a very commercial, consumerist holiday made up by people looking to sell things, whether it's jewelry or flowers or cards, you know what I'm saying?
Chocolate.
The holiday of Valentine's Day was originally not a romantic holiday. It was a moral celebration of the life of Saint Valentine, created by a pope, Pope Giulius, something like that, back in the Roman days. And somewhere along the line, it got warped into this celebration of pseudo-love. And I say pseudo-love because if you have to wait for a specific day to show your loved one that they are loved, then that's kind of corny to me. You know what I'm saying? I think when you love someone, you love them every day. You love them when they breath stink, and you love them when they're beautiful, and you love them when they're grouchy and they got their period, and you love them when they fucking... cooking you dinner. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just love them no matter what. It doesn't have to be a specific date on the calendar or a Zales commercial or a fucking 1-800-Flowers jingle to remind you to express to this person that you love them. So that's my feelings on the commercialization of the holiday of Valentine's Day.
I agree with that. Like,
you know
I would appreciate flowers on like a regular random day
No.
more than on a day that people are
That is kind of expected. Yeah.
like
And I think it's almost like it's almost evolved into competition. Like women at work are expecting
right.
the big bouquet, and I got a bigger bouquet than you. My bouquet had a bear in it.
Right.
It came with some chocolates. It came with some jewelry. And if you're not willing to participate in that charade, you may be looked down upon.
But before we continue, Theo Joe over here actually, his first initial response when we were like, oh, the do's and don'ts of Valentine's Day, he was like, don't. End of the show.
Yes. End the show. Run the credits. See you for episode 20. Now, I say don't again because I don't think you should wait to express love or do it when it's expected. You know, surprise your partner with love on a random day. Surprise them with love in the morning. You know, surprise them with love at the end of the night. I'm not for commercial holidays. I'm not a big fan of Christmas. Valentine's Day to me falls under the same category.
And not only
don't wait for Valentine's Day.
right, not only for romantic, right? Because Valentine's Day is also for friendships, right? You don't have to wait for that.
I see a lot of Galentines. Shout out to the Galentines.
I can't wait. I have mine next week.
Oh snap! Why dudes don't get a Galentine's, like a Palentine's with my pals? You know what I'm saying? Nah, that's just sound
Why?
gay
It's
as hell.
just guys getting together, going out, and maybe having a drink.
I just recently
dinner.
convinced the team to participate in Friendsgiving, and my crew is very manly men, very
you guys
old
will go out and
school.
have dinner together.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's exactly
But it's normally
what it
like a
is.
birthday.
You guys don't get together and just be like, oh, let's go grab a bite.
I wish we would, you know. I wish we got together for no reason more often, but everybody's kind of living their life. So normally when we get together, it's a someone's birthday. That's
Right,
like
but that's because
the most popular thing.
life is
And now
happening.
Friendsgiving has become like a little tradition. I think we're on year 2 or year 3. So shout out to that. Now I gotta convince them to fuck with me on Palentine's. So my fellas, I'm gonna text y'all for Palentine's. But most of my friends are married. Now that I think about it,
And
they're
most of my friends are
mainly
married, too.
married with children.
so no.
So they probably got their own Valentine's Day things going on.
Yeah, it's not on Valentine's that we
Valentine's
go
Day falling
out.
on a Wednesday, both weekends seem to be weird.
Listen, you can have
Today's
it.
actually Super Bowl Sunday. So I would assume, or I would guesstimate, that a lot of dudes wasn't really fucking with their girls this weekend for Valentine's Day. They probably gave them the like, yo, next weekend we're gonna,
So the guys getting together
Valentine's
is like
Day.
a Palentine's.
For Super Bowl?
Yeah, why not?
So Super Bowl Sunday is really Palentine's Day?
Listen, why
shit.
not?
All my fellas out there, I ain't invited to no Super Bowl shit. Nobody invited me to nothing for Super Bowl Sunday, yo. Like, I'm not really into football, so I get it, but damn, you know, I'm still your friend, guys. So, you know, you could have invited me to something. But whatever, it's all good. I was gonna go see my mom, but then she stunted on me, so.
She's going to a Super Bowl party.
Yeah, she got her own Valentine's Day thing going on. She not fucking with me. Yeah. But if you do wait till next weekend, my fellas, after Valentine's Day, everything goes to 50% off. So you can really rack up, get her double chocolates and flowers and stuff and jewelry or whatever it is you decide to gift.
So what do you think is your number one do?
For Valentine's Day? Be creative. You know, pay attention.
I was just going to say that.
Listen to your girl. She's going to tell you what she wants without telling you what she wants. You know what I'm saying? So if you pay attention and pay attention to details, you should be able to surprise her with something really nice. I always think back of this episode of Martin where his girl Gina was talking about a step stool that her grandmother owned. and Martin forgets it's their anniversary, or he forgets his Valentine's Day or something, and at the last minute he goes to get her a gift, and he goes to like a lingerie store, and you're thinking like, he's gonna buy her some lingerie, and the lady's showing him lingerie, and he's contemplating or debating between this one or that one. But if you pay close attention, for the lady to reach the lingerie, she steps on a stepping stool. So he ends up coming back to his girl with a box, and it's like a lingerie box, So she thinks like, oh, this nigga bought me some shit so we could get it popping and be pervy and shit. And when she opens it, it's a stepping stool. So I always thought that was really sweet. So I always just thought, try to be sweet and get her something
That's
that
meaningful.
will touch her heart.
Yeah.
You can touch her body later or anytime, really, any day. But touching someone's heart is not always as easy. So if you can accomplish that, I think that should lead to a successful Valentine's Day, and you probably end up getting some head wobs. You know what I mean? So good luck to that, my dudes.
Why you always gotta like? This was a very nice conversation, and then you gotta add like.
We gotta get something for Valentine's Day too. We touch y'all hard. You know what I mean? Touch.
And ladies can do the same thing
Hold
for
on.
men.
I gotta get this out.
Oh, boy.
If to my peoples who don't have a Valentine's, if you are just single by choice or single by not choice, if your partner is no longer here or traveling, if you're gonna be alone on Valentine's Day, a wise man once said, and I don't remember who this wise man was, but no one can love you like you,
Yes.
and no one can touch you like you. So have fun.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
And to my ladies, pick up that rose. Yo, it's on sale, 30% off. Put in the
Of
code,
course
Uncle
you
Joe.
would.
You know what I mean?
Listen, do they pay you for that?
No, they don't. Not yet. But they need to, because I'm the rose pusher out here, man. I'm like the rose peddler. And also, go stream Can I Call You Rose, just one of my favorite songs that came out in the last year or two. And funny story, I was here getting my teeth whitened last week, and Dolly was playing some R&B, and in my brain, I was like, damn, I haven't heard Can I Call You Rose in a while. And I think she had it on like random play, and the fucking song played. So I manifested my own beautiful song, and I loved it, and I enjoy it very much. So if you never heard it, go check it out. That's my plug. They don't pay me, but
You work for free.
what? In more ways than one. What is your number one do?
No,
for
that was
Valentine's
actually
Day?
gonna be
That was it?
mine. Like something thoughtful, something meaningful. It doesn't always have to be something expensive, right?
Yeah.
Just something to me, right? I'd rather have something that's like, wow, he took the time to like, really like connect the dots. Like I said this and he remembered. Than something extravagant or.
All right. So what's your number one don't? Or just don't, period. Don't participate. Stay home, call out from work, stay in the bed.
My number one don't. I guess just not acknowledging it, like the day. Like I'm not saying, right, because yeah, I'd rather have flowers on any random day, but don't like not.
Don't ignore it?
Yeah, don't ignore it. Even if it's like,
What if y'all have a conversation beforehand and,
that's
and
different
decide
than if
to
we're,
communally
Yeah,
ignore it?
no, that's different. But like just to not acknowledge it, just
At all is fucked
at
up?
all. Yeah, I mean, not that it's fucked up, but it might make me feel a little bit like,
No, I think it's fucked up.
I kind of wanted.
I think if you're in a
little bit of
relationship, you gotta
chocolate covered strawberries.
At
or
least
something,
try,
you
yeah.
know. So I think that would be like the don't. And ladies should do things for their man too. I don't think
Yeah.
there's anything wrong with getting your man a Valentine's Day gift.
I think you
Like, I
should.
think that's-
I don't
that's
think I think it
nice.
should be not mandatory. Well, if the dudes got to participate, the girls got to participate, bro. It can't be Valentine's Day is only for women. We were in 2023. Nothing is only for men or women. Not skirts, not fucking bras. I see niggas walking around with bras, whatever, purses, paint nails. Everything is unisex. So if it's mandatory for the man to participate for his woman, it should be mandatory for the woman to participate for the man. It doesn't have to be lavish or whatever. But brothers like flowers too, bro. Brothers
not only
like to
flowers,
feel
there's,
loved and appreciated too.
There's like these really cute things. I remember the last person that I got them a Valentine's gift was like it's like a jar with like 100 little mini envelopes, and inside each of those envelopes is like a little message. like you make me smile, or like
Did
you
you
know what I
write
mean?
every message? Or did it come
It
pre-written?
came
Oh
pre-written.
no, I don't know. I'm just asking. Maybe you was really a lover.
Yeah, no, that would have actually. You know what? That would have been, but I went the
That
lazy
would have been better
route,
because you could have made it real, like specific to him.
yeah,
Some
I'm not
stuff from the
creative like
past.
that.
As much as I try to deny it, I'm super romantic and like lover boy, and
That's cute
I don't, I
though.
don't,
Listen, that's how girls fall in love.
yeah.
Like my mom, what is it called in Spanish? El detallista. Like
Detallista, like
yeah,
details.
like yeah,
Yeah, you gotta
somebody
pay
that's
attention to the
really
details,
pays
bro. You
attention
gotta
to
pay
the
attention
details
to the
will
little things.
always have a woman fall head over heels.
Let's not say always.
All right, well, 99.9% of the time.
99.9. Ain't nothing always.
Unless she's self-sabotaging.
I'm trying to think of other don'ts, right? For you ain't gonna trap me.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Other than not acknowledging it.
That was an inside joke, guys.
Damn, I don't know. Don't over sexualize it, right? I don't know if there's like a holiday that exists, like Sex Day, or this is the day. There's a day. I don't know the day. There is a day. It's steak and a BJ day. I don't know when it is. It should be every day, but whatever.
Really?
Yeah, for the dude. So fellas, Google that shit and
That could be like the
hold her accountable to
male
that.
version of Valentine's Day.
Yeah, but I don't know if there's like a specific day of sex.
Let's Google it while you.
But Valentine's Day is probably not that day. Although, of course, sex should be part of the plan, hopefully, if your relationship is at that point. But I guess
National Sex Day, June 9th.
June 9th, I'm going to be the same place I was for Valentine's Day.
June 9th is National Sex Day.
All right, so June 9th. Shout out to that, man. So, June 9th, bro. Why people ain't fucking promoting June 9th like they promote February 14th? More people be participating in June 9th than February 14th.
If you were conceived on Valentine's Day,
November.
I think I was conceived. I'm October 30th. Yeah. So
Potentially.
all the Scorpios
And Sagittarius.
were,
right?
and some Sagittarius, depending on the dates, were conceived around this
That's
time.
why y'all all crazy. Both of y'all.
I can't disagree with that.
Nah, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to the crazies. Wait, y'all both.
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder. You're Sag, no?
Yeah, you're Sag.
Yeah. You crazy as fuck too. Shout out to all my Sagittarius
Joe,
out
so
there.
stop it.
No. Sagittarius is crazy, bro. Sagittarius and Scorpios. Libras, we could chill as fuck. Yeah.
What was it that I sent you? I sent you a meme about Libras. I forgot what it was. Damn. I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember, but if it was slander, it was lies.
No, I think you agreed with it.
Oh, then it probably.
Anyways, I don't remember.
So don't over sexualize Valentine's Day if your relationship is not to that point. Like if y'all just met a week or two ago, don't pop up with some fucking edible thongs and be like, hey.
Yeah, or even
Let's
like
get
no
it poppin'.
lingerie. Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
You know,
Keep it
like
cordial.
if
Keep it romantic.
you've been with them for a while, then hey, fine.
No,
You
yeah.
know?
If y'all got kids and shit, then yeah,
But-
edible thongs all day.
Yeah. Now, what do you think is like? Do you think people should go over the top in the beginning, like if they're just starting out and they're going on a Valentine's Day, right? Let's say they've been talking for like, I don't know, a month or something.
It depends. It depends on the relationship. It depends on the person. It depends on what you're trying to establish, right? Because if you go over the top the first time, then you're setting this precedent. And, you got Valentine's Day. Shorty got to have a birthday. You got Christmas. If y'all are dating, you're bound to have an anniversary. Like, you don't want to set yourself in this predicament of always having to top yourself. You know what I'm saying? But maybe you got it like that, and you can, so it doesn't bother you. It depends, on the individual. But I've never been the over the topper. I'd rather the more meaningful gift. You know what's the worst, yo? Now that I think about that, when you do like a mad meaningful gift, and the person don't even get it, yo.
Has that
You know what I'm
happened to
saying?
you?
That's happened to me. Not only with women, like yo, that shit happened to me with my dad one time, bro. That's happened to me with my dad multiple times, as a matter of fact. I remember one time I called my dad real excited because we had never been to a wrestling event together, and wrestling is like a big part of he and I's relationship in our lives. And I had saved up some bread, and I had bought 2 tickets to go to a wrestling right here in I think it was the Meadowlands at the time or whatever, right here in Rutherford. Yo, and I called him real excited. I remember, and if you know me well, I'm not often excited. It's very rare that I get excited. And I remember I called him and I was real excited, yo, and he shitted on me. And he was like, yo, I don't even want to go. I don't even really watch that shit like that no more. And I ended up giving the tickets away. And that was whack.
Joe,
That's
that
whack,
looks like it's bringing tears to your eyes.
Yo, nah, man.
Aww,
Go ahead. So no, don't go over the top. Do dope shit, man. Do dope,
Yeah.
meaningful shit. You know what I'm saying?
So what is the nicest or most thoughtful thing you feel that you've... You don't have to go into specifics.
Yo, to be honest, I couldn't even name you one. I don't recall like a Valentine's Day memory that I could share. I can tell you a funny story though. When I was a child, when I was in 8th grade, there was this girl that had a crush on me, and she was in the 6th grade. And I don't want to say her name because I don't want to blow her up. But she had a big crush on me, bro. And all the little dudes in her class really liked her. She was like the little hot chick of her class. And my boy's brother was in her class. So he used to always tell me, like, yo, everybody's so in love with her and she's in love with you. And I'm like, yo, you're a child, bro. Mind you, I was a child at the time too, whatever. So for Valentine's Day in grammar school, I don't know if every school did it, but they would give out like carnations.
Yeah.
You could send somebody a
You
carnation
pay
or whatever.
like $1 or whatever.
Yeah. So Shorty sent me a little carnation and shit, and it was cute, it was sweet or whatever. But then as the day progressed, I got called to the principal's office. And I'm like, wow, that's weird, because I'm a really good kid. Or I couldn't think of why I was being called to the principal's office. Whatever. Point is, when I went out, it was the girl, and she had like masterminded this scheme, and she got me out of class so she could like kiss me and be mad happy and shit. And she did, and then I just went back to class and shit, man. She did, yeah, little fast ass.
Little
sure
6th
did.
grader.
Word is born, And and then I just went back to class, and I remember it was mad, like funny, like I was like, yo, she got that, like that's effort.
Did you guys ever date?
No. I bumped into her like 20 years later at a fucking bodega, some random shit. And I think, we didn't even hang out. We communicated for like a couple days, and then it just fizzled out. But shout out to her, man.
I remember my 6th grade crush, and he was in 8th grade too.
Were you her?
No. And I was like in love. It was not a fucking secret. He knew. And the thing is that we would, we were friends. Like we would talk over the phone. Like we would spend all night talking. But because all his friends were like, she's younger than you. She's young. He,
Mind you, it was only probably like a 2-year difference, right?
Yeah, but
6
when
to
you're
8, when you're young.
6th and 8th grade, you're like, hell no. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so we never dated or anything, but like he would come. I remember one time I was in my best friend's house, and it was like a snowstorm, right? And back then, back then it used to snow.
The official snow.
And he came and walked just to see me And
What?
I was in 6th grade. I couldn't go outside and stuff. So I was like looking out the window and he's talking to me standing outside. We would talk on the phone all night and then, see each other like in the hallways and stuff like that. But we never dated because I was too young for him.
What if you see him now?
I actually saw him, I want to say a few years ago. He's married with kids and all that. Yeah. No, it's not the same. No, obviously.
Yeah, you never know.
But
we've talked before about timing. Timing could apply to a situation like that as well, Maybe y'all are too young or... When you're young, that little 2-year difference
it's huge.
Is like a big thing. When you're old, like a 20-year difference is like a fuck.
Yeah.
Although, don't date... Nah, I'm lying.
No, you can't.
It's more acceptable, but it's still weird. I can't date someone 20 years younger than me. I think we've had this discussion, but
yeah, younger. I've dated older.
Yeah, but girls always date older. Guys are a little less likely to date older because girls always date older. So older girls are dating older,
yeah.
and not really fucking with us cubs. You know what I mean?
But yeah, that's so crazy. That's so funny. That story reminded me of
young puppy love.
Yeah.
That's funny shit, man.
I wasn't ballsy enough to, set up this whole thing to get him out of class to kiss him. Never.
You gotta, know what I mean? Step it up, bro. Tell 6th grade Mama Les to step it up, bro.
That.
What else? If you're gonna try to take your lady out to eat, get your reservations in early, because I can only imagine shit.
If you haven't done it by now.
Critical, yeah. If you haven't done it by now.
Yeah. Honestly, the service in
unless you
restaurants
got
and stuff,
like some post somewhere.
it's not the same. Like, right?
On Valentine's Day?
Yeah, because they're so like booked, right? So they're trying to get you in and out.
Yeah. It's actually less enjoyable. Yo, cook a home cooked meal, bro.
Yes.
I would always
or go to like a cooking class together, right?
Yeah,
that's a nice date. Something like not your typical. I think all my Valentine's dates have always been like dinner and like, the past few years, I want to say my dates have been my boys. For some reason, for Valentine's Day, I have not had a Valentine.
Well, Valentine's Day has landed on a weird day for a few years now.
So I always go to dinner with both boys.
Do they have a choice?
No.
What if they got a little Valentine in mind and they're like, oh, I gotta go be my mom.
I think
not that they would think like that. God bless them.
Yeah, no. My older one had a girlfriend, but they went out another day. Like, no, it's my day.
Wow, that's a little selfish.
I'm a little selfish.
Moms be selfish, especially with sons.
Yeah.
Moms and sons.
Those are babies.
That's why it's weird that my mom be dissing me so often. What's up with that, man? Damn, I'm just trying to see you. All good.
Aw, Joe.
Whatever, bro. I'm trying to think. You know what I want to go do? My next date, I'm gonna go destroy some shit. Word. You know them little
that's like
places
a therapy
that you go?
session.
Yeah. I think we spoke about this last episode. I'm definitely gonna go do that. Even if I go on a dolly date, I'm gonna take myself on a date.
I haven't even done the axe throwing. I'm actually a little scared.
The axe throwing?
Like, what if that shit like bounces?
Yeah, no, but you're mad far. It's not gonna bounce back into you. I would rather.
I don't know. Or what if you go like this to throw it and it freaking flies back?
I don't think anyone's behind you. I think they're
No?
pretty safe.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I've never even been to one, so I don't know. But I'm like,
if a gun range is super
I've been
strict,
to a gun
I think an
range.
axe throwing range is gonna be equally as strict.
I actually like the gun range.
Yeah, I very much
it's
enjoy
therapeutic
the gun
as well.
range. Yes, that's something else I've been meaning to go to.
Yeah.
But the demolition, I'm gonna go do that, bro. I'm gonna go do that. That's therapeutic and stress relief.
That is.
And
You know what? I'm gonna do that.
all that good stuff. Word.
I like that.
You know what have happened? You know what I miss, yo? Arcades. Word. I used to. There used to be dope arcades, man.
I mean, you could do like the adult ones, Dave and Buster's.
Dave and Buster's sucks though, and there's always mad kids there, b. There's not like an
because
adult
it's not
night. They should have an adult night.
It's place for kids. They just happen to have alcohol.
A wise man once said,
Well, who was this wise man?
Michael Jordan,
Okay, what did he say?
fuck them kids, bro. Nah, Dave and Buster's, if y'all never thought about it, have an adult night, B. More people will go and make it.
There's another. Damn. What's the other one? Humdingers.
Humdingers and Parameters. I want to go to that
I haven't
shit.
been to that one either.
I saw that on Instagram. Shout out to Humdingers. I seen their page and they look like a really dope spot. So if y'all want to send the bro like a free pass or whatever to the cast here, yo, feel free, man. We'll come record over there and show y'all love and you show us love. Humdingers looks like an updated version of Sports World. Do you remember Sports World?
Oh my God, yes.
Yo, Sports World used to be my shit.
Sports
World. Man, I took a few little young chickadees to Sports World.
We're like
you know what I mean?
ourselves.
Nah, I was mad young when I used to go there though. I was there like when they was closing and shit.
I don't know, that place on 32nd Street, they used to have those teen parties.
On 32nd Street?
Where it used to be Discovery Zone and then it became
Yeah. It used to be the College Club. On the corner, you mean?
Right on 32nd and Kennedy? It was like damn, if anybody remembers, they used to have like, I don't know if it was like once a month or something, like these teen parties, but it was still like a Discovery Zone type thing.
Oh, no. I know. I don't know what you're talking about, but down the block.
Maybe you're too old.
From Kennedy, one block down, there used to be a club, and it used to be called the College Club, and they would do teen night.
This was like a teen night.
Nah, I wasn't there because I used to be in the Music Factory.
Oh.
You remember that?
No.
That was the teen club.
I was too young.
How old are you?
39.
How old am I? Oh, you might have been too young.
Yeah.
That was the spot, though. Shout out to my man Brian D. His dad used to drop us off. Rest in peace to his dad.
What about that?
But wait, because he used to drop us off in a beat-up van, and we used to be like, yo, but drop us off, you know what I mean? Like a little bit up the block, so we don't got to, pull up in the bullshit van. And my man Brian D used to be like, yo, y'all some dickheads, because he's dropping us off, y'all not even and we'd be like, all right, true, drop us off.
Or that place in Sayreville.
Sayreville. Oh, that sounds really familiar.
And that had teen nights too. Anytime it was like a long holiday weekend.
Yeah.
What was it called?
Damn, I know.
Soundgarden? Was it Soundgarden?
Either Soundgarden or Sound Factory.
No, it wasn't Sound Factory. I don't remember. But
it might have been Soundgarden.
I remember me and my girlfriends, we used to, at the time, we used to drink the little baby Cisco's.
Cisco's so terrible. I think I just caught a stomachache just thinking about that shit, for real.
Just to go there. Oh, man.
Y'all was underage drinking Cisco?
Yeah.
I
mean, I think we were like 16 or something.
Yo, I got drunk off Cisco one time.
Ooh, and then 99 bananas.
I hated 99 bananas.
With the Snapple. You mix it with the Snapple.
You was a little wild child. Now, I got drunk when I was 13 with my boys in a park, and my dad came, and all my boys ran away, and I was just sitting there mad drunk. And I remember he grabbed me up to bring me to the crib, and I was like, all right, Dad, let's go, but I got to take a piss, bro. And I was trying to piss in the middle of the street, and he wouldn't let me. And when we got back to the crib, I made a mess, and I threw up and everything. And my dad cleaned me up. He took me a shower. He cleaned me up. He put me in the car. He drove me to the Bronx to my aunt's house, and he put me in a bed. When I woke up, I had a hangover, and everyone in the house was drunk, so they was all making fun of me. They were like, come on, drink a beer. It's going to make you feel better. And, I felt like death. But I'll never remember my first drunkenness. My pops cleaned me up, and then he went and got drunk himself. So shout out to that, man. And it was off that damn Cisco and Crazy Horse 40s with Hawaiian Punch thrown into them. Yo, niggas was crazy, bro. Niggas used to ash in the 40 and be like, yeah, nah, you still drink it. It's going to get you more buzz.
What the hell?
For real. Yo, crazy shit, bro.
And you used to drink?
Hell yeah. That's why I didn't drink as an adult. Because I got so drunk as a teenager that I was like, yo, this is not the life for me right here, man. This is harsh.
Oh, man. So don't get too drunk on your Valentine's Day date.
No, don't get too drunk at all, man. Never. Yo, as a man.
We're talking about Valentine's Day dates.
No, as a Valentine's Day date, absolutely don't get too drunk.
Don't get drunk. Good.
But get, catch a little vibe, right? You know what I mean? Little
so
loosey-goosey. Yeah.
Loosen up a bit.
Little, little Mai Tai or whatever. Mai Tai, yo, people don't even
Is
make
that
Mai
your
Tai
shit?
anymore. That's my favorite drink. If
Mai
ever,
Tais? It's so sweet.
if ever you're gonna buy me a drink, buy me a Mai Tai. But odds are, if you go to the bartender and ask for a Mai Tai, they're gonna be like, "You old, and we don't make that shit." Yeah, I've been to bad places that I'll be like, "Yo, let me get a." I actually have to ask them, like, "Yo, y'all make Mai Tais?" And they were like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Someone would be like, wait, let me find out. Someone would be like, no, we don't got the ingredients. But there was this one bartender, he made me his version of a Mai Tai with whatever he had. And yo, that shit was pretty rocking, yo. So shout out to Mai Tais, absolutely. A negative shout out to Cisco and fucking Crazy Horse and all that cheap liquor, 99 bananas, Mad Dog.
I can't even like
Ugh, all that terrible
think of
nastiness.
it because it makes me nauseous. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Those were crazy times. But find out your ladies or your partner's drink of choice. If all right, so with Valentine's Day, you first have to decide who's the coordinator, right? And it shouldn't be the coordinator the same person every year. So if you're in a relationship, maybe this year I'm a
Alternate.
coordinator, maybe next year you're coordinator. So whoever's the coordinator should find out what their person, or you should know if you're really with your person, you know, what they like, what they don't like. If your person is allergic to seafood, don't take them to a fucking crab boil or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Find out what their drink of preference is, and you know, participate with them. You know, unless it's like some fucking weak ass shit, then get your own shit. But if it's something, you know, doable, then do it, man. Make
what would be your ideal date?
my ideal date.
Your ideal regular date, right? Because you could think ideal and be like, oh, you know, we go on a private jet and like, no. Like, you know, just
I'm simple, bro. I'm a very simple, easy to please person. A good meal, preferably home cooked, because I just prefer home cooking. If I can participate, if I can help, is dope. If we can be playful in the kitchen while we cook, is dope. A Broadway show is super dope to me.
a comedy show.
A comedy show,
You could laugh
you know,
together.
something like live, a concert.
Or just going to a place that has live music.
También, you know, if you go to a nice restaurant and they got nice live music at the same time, that's dope.
Or out dancing. I love dancing. So
I mean,
I'm talking
I
about
got
like-
one
like-
move and it's called the pelvic thrust.
like
so,
go
you know
dance,
what I
like
mean?
salsa, Spanish. Like I'm not talking about like a reggaeton club or anything like that. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would like
It
that
depends
too,
on the relationship,
but
right? Maybe y'all need to grind it out.
you know what I would like? I see it all over TikTok.
Take notes, my fellas.
Those little,
right now, pull out your notebook.
You know when they have like 3 little papers and like you pick one.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
like you're right. Obviously, it's like 3 things that you know that they're gonna like
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
the next thing, like, what are we gonna eat, right? And it's like something like that. I think that would be super cute.
Well, fellas, come with options. Yeah, you know, I think
Just a good time.
I think the
energy,
destination
good
is less
energy.
important than the
Yes.
companion, right? So if you're with the right person, y'all can go to McDonald's and have
Absolutely.
a blast and
Absolutely.
fall deeply in love.
You sit in the car and just have conversation.
Those be some of the best conversations.
I
bro.
love that.
Those be some
I
of the best
love that.
conversations.
Like, that's where the vulnerability comes out. And
yeah,
know if you could be vulnerable with me, that's it. It's like, here's my heart.
some of
Here's my heart.
some of the best conversations I've had recently occurred on Sunday mornings while still in bed.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I think they were some of the most honest, revealing conversations. And to be honest, I kind of miss them. So there's that. I think we can end on that note.
Yeah.
Everybody, this episode will drop actually one day before Valentine's Day, right? Valentine's Day is Wednesday? Yeah, because it's Ash
We're
Wednesday
dropping
too.
it this week, though? I thought we were dropping it next week.
Oh yeah,
Right,
yeah.
'cause
So
we
this
just dropped
episode is
one last
actually dropping after Valentine's Day. So by
happy
the time you hear this,
Valentine's.
all these recommendations will not matter because the shit already passed.
You can
But
plan for
use it
next
for the
year.
future. Yeah. Because if you're lonely this year, hopefully you won't be lonely
you
next
go.
year. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And to all my matching pajama partners out there, have fun and appreciate
Enjoy
the love.
for all those future Scorpio babies being made.
God bless y'all.
We need more Scorpios, so let's go. Let's go, guys.
God bless y'all. You rubbers and the pull-out method is recommended. Shout out to all the Libras, just because, man, we be misunderstood and so full of love, yo. It's crazy. Mama Les, enjoy
Theo
your
Joe.
Valentine's Day
Theo Joe, happy
with the
Valentine's
kids, right? You're gonna go out with the kids?
Yeah. Well, with my little one, because my older one will be back at school.
All right, so make sure he gets you some flowers and pull out your chair and shit.
He's always
treat
doing
him right,
something.
teach him the right way.
He'll buy me chocolates. He'll do something. He's so sweet. He's gonna be a heartbreaker.
Shout out to him, man. To all the fellas, have fun. To all the ladies, have fun. And we'll be back with episode 20. Men lie, women lie, and all flowers die. Men don't lie as much as women, though. It should be like men lie a little bit, and women lie
A lot of it.
and all flowers do die, but
Unless there's
get a forever rose, yo.
Yes, I was
Word.
just gonna say that.
It might last a little while. You know what I mean?
All right, that's it. We gotta cut.
All right, cut.